Hi, everybody. It's Christina Guida here with a popular Ask Me Anything question regarding best practices for setting career goals for the future. So, with this new year, we may be thinking about goals that we want to set and how we can really set ourselves up for success and the future. So, regardless of what's going on in the world externally and insecurities that we may be feeling with job searching and contemplating our goals and setting them, I am here with 5 tips today to really help you focus on setting those career goals that you have. So for tip number 1, we are going to focus on the input. So while you may be thinking of external factors that we cannot control, like the economy or what roles are open at certain organizations, if there's an organization that you really want to work at and you don't see something that's a good fit for you, what you can control is the work that you put in. So think about the number of phone calls that you take, interviews that you go on, contacts that you make, whether it's in your personal life or online on LinkedIn. So if you're putting in the right amount of effort to the things that you can control, turn those right ingredients into goals, something will come out on the other side. So even if it's something different than you initially set out to achieve, you will see results come through from the effort that you put into the right work. Number 2, we want to think about a growth mindset. So what that means is we are not thinking about something right now. We are not thinking small-minded, like what's going to happen tomorrow or even this week. We are thinking long-term. So when we're planning our goals for the year, we want to look at words like improve, become, develop, and these are all words that will help with your growth mindset. So think about an example of, become an employee at XYZ company. That's not something that's going to happen tomorrow or maybe even this week, but it's something that is your long-term goal. So we want to think about growth and how that mindset is really going to get us there. Tip number 3, we want to make room for personal. So you've probably heard this time and time again, but when you're planning out your goals, you really need to think of a realistic version of work-life balance. So many of us have jobs on the side or projects that we're working on. And if that's the case, we can always adjust time that we are putting into reaching our goals and accommodating all of your different timelines that you have. So think about work-life balance, think about what you have going on in your personal life, and really plan out time that you are going to set to achieve those goals. So maybe it's 1 hour a day, maybe it's 1 hour a week, depending on your schedule. But this should be very personal to your situation and your work-life balance. Tip number 4 is going to be set small goals as well as big ones. So we talk about this a lot in career coaching, but we want to think about why we started this journey that we're on today. So why did we make the transition into tech? So when these big goals seem too overwhelming, like getting a long-term position at XYZ company, you want to think about the small goals that you can take and the small steps that you can take to meet you there, to help get you there and to help meet you at that finish line. So maybe there is a certain project that you need to wrap up. Maybe you are working towards a certificate in the program. Maybe there's a book that you'd like to read, or maybe it's simply a connection that you would like to establish. So these small steps that you take are going to lead to significantly big achievements. Think the end goal that you set out initially to complete. So remember to take those small steps and recognize how significant they are. And then tip number 5 is going to be staying true to your core values. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, it may be tempting to, justify decisions that go against your core values. Like, for example, if your value is to have enough time for work-life balance or to keep travel time to a minimum because of family obligations, and there's a job offer that is requiring you to travel or relocate, you want to think about your core values and what's important to you. So of course the job search is competitive and there are going to be certain hoops that we have to jump through, but you want to make sure that you are really analyzing the opportunities from the beginning, really searching through like the nitty-gritty details, talking with people at the company, asking the right questions, and gathering all of the information that you need. So remember, it's easy to forget this, but you need to remember that interviewing and job searching is a two-way street. So as much as they want to know know about you and your qualifications. You want to know about them and what they can offer you. So again, stay true to your core values. If, diversity and inclusion is a big one for you, make sure that the company is actively showing you how they are, implementing this into their organization. And anything that may be important to you, you want to make sure that it reflects well on the company that you're going to work for. So this will really set you up for success in years to come, because it will really shape your mindset to make sure that you are what you are doing in this year and beyond. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope that your goals are going to be, look forward to hearing your feedback.